Hello and welcome to another update video about Doge. So we have some initial profit taking after yesterday's rally. Already communicated to you that my best view of this chart, primary scenario, is still that we are only in a B wave within a third wave. So we could still see new lows coming. Of course, this is only until price has proven to us that something more bullish is going on. The alternative wave count already suggests that a low could be in. This Alt2 has been on the chart for a while. I don't really believe it. If we talk about probabilities, I think probabilities are not great for the idea that a low could be in, because the entire structure is a bit of a mess down here. But we know that when the dog has a good day, it can always run. Yeah, so everybody who's dealing with Doge always needs to be ready for that. So I can always say, know your charts, know your coins. Different charts behave in different ways. This one particularly reacts a lot to certain news and tweets. Okay, so you sometimes get these rallies. The thing is though that in the past, I think all of these corrective rallies, they were all tied to a certain person's tweets, more or less, okay, or at least most of them, and they typically broke down. Okay, now that can change in a bull run. I mean, in a bull run it will just go, okay, so that can happen at any time. Don't know exactly how it would work out if Bitcoin, of course, breaks through resistance and rallies in its third wave. I think it is a Bitcoin market right now, so Bitcoin will certainly be very strong in that case. I'm not sure about the altcoins. I think it will take a while until they really jump on board, because the altcoin market doesn't look particularly good at the moment. So even the ones with a really good long-term chart look a bit poor. So I think it will take a while for Bitcoin to get a new established high, and then that money can flow into altcoins. And also, of course, Doge could benefit. The thing is, Doge needs to do a lot here to prove to us that something more bullish is going on. At the moment, this could still just be an ending diagonal in a 5-wave move down, 1, 2, wave 3 in the making, 4 and 5. Yeah? Now, ending diagonals consist of corrective subwaves. So also here in the third wave, we have this ABC structure with resistance all the way up to 9.4 cents. We need to know that B waves, they can also overshoot. So we always need to be ready. B waves can do that, but after 9.4 cents we will have important resistance around 10.5. Now if price breaks above 10.5, would it be bullish? I don't think so, at least not yet. It would be more bullish, but we can easily, and that's what the chart still allows us to do, we can just reset this wave 2. So I think this is a chart that doesn't really give us very good structures that are tradable, in my opinion, at least not with Elliott wave. You can always try something different, but I would say there are, other than using just basic support and resistance, volume profiles and so on, you know, you can of course do that. But what I'm highlighting here is just that looking at market structure and probabilities, it doesn't really give us a very stable bottoming structure at this stage. Okay, so just need to highlight that. This is a coin that is always driven by, yes, sentiment like all prices and coins, but the sentiment here is sort of stirred by the concentrated activity of one or a few people. So just be aware of that. So it makes it a more challenging one to trade, I would say. But yeah, what I want to highlight from a structural point of view, you can always reset the wave 2 higher, and it would really need to take a break above. Let's just measure that as well. In my opinion, it takes, let's just measure this. Probably if we reset the wave 2, I mean, it would take a break above 13.7 cents to really suggest a lasting low has been made. And ideally that move up is an impulse followed by a 3-wave correction. That 3-wave correction could provide a long-term entry point. It's always the same with Elliott wave. We need to wait for a first 5-wave move up and 3-wave move down. A lot of coins were unable to produce that in the last few months, and a lot of them made new lows as a consequence. So it's always worth to watch for these structures, because they can give us credible bottoms. Okay, until we have that in place, things are very, very fragile, and that's what I'm pointing out here. Of course, it can go higher. The short-term trend is up, but I'm purely pointing out the relevant resistance levels, and that there will be still a bearish potential even if we reset the wave 2 higher, only above 13.7 cents. This wave 2 will get a little bit too high to be reliable. Okay, very complex structure. But yeah, as I said, a low could be in. The short-term trend is up, but I'm very skeptical. Still. Now, if things turn around, I'm not going to shy away from entering long trades here on Doge. I actually have some Doge, I think, in my portfolio, not much, but always worth having a little bit in case the dog runs. That's just sort of part of a strategy. But this is not clearly impulsive on the way up anyway, so I'm looking at this as a correction. Now that can of course unfold in a larger correction, absolutely, but for now I just count it as a B wave until it gives us a nice swing trade setup for higher. I would pay attention to 8.5 cents now, 9.4 and 10.5 cents as resistance. And the short-term trend is up, in my opinion, so it can be followed as long as typically you can use as a guideline the 50% fib level is holding. So we've got here 6.9 cents. So if we break below 6.9 cents, then I think this rally is breaking down and could lead to a new low. Until then, of course, you know, it can lead to higher prices short term. You always need to understand your own time frame. I mean, this is bullish very short term on the shorter time frame, but looking at the bigger picture, there is still a decent chance for another low. But short-term trends can change larger time frame trends, so be aware that as long as we hold 6.9 cents, the short-term trend can go higher and can of course establish then a larger uptrend, but we're not there yet. There is quite a bit of work to do to do that. Okay, that's my update about Doge. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.